What advice would you give your grandchildren? That's what we're talking about today on Set to Love. Good morning.
You can live a life in flow where your deepest heart's desires become reality.
You are here to contribute through your essence, fall deeper in love with your life and the journey that you are on.
Take what works, ditch the rest, and always stay set to love.
Thank you for being a part of this community. We're all designed to live in flow. So let's go.
Good morning, friend.
Good Monday morning to you, June 7th, 2021. Hi, best friend. How are you this morning?
Heavy, heavy heart.
Yeah. Oh, my friend, I love you so much. For those people who don't know, Shelly has basically a second mom who's been really struggling lately, and this weekend was tough.
Yesterday at 10:28 p.m., we lost Shirley, but I have to say I felt really happy that I got to be there at the end for her and hold her hand and be there by her side she was peaceful, and I feel so good about that. You know what I mean? Just going to the other side and knowing that you have people, that my sister and I, just being there with her and all of that. It's so final, I just kind of today, it's not by accident, this conversation of, what advice would you give? It just never seems to be, these topics come up at just the weirdest times, and I just know it's not by accident.
I was thinking about this one yesterday. I was sitting outside and Julian was playing cornhole with Avery, and I was sitting next to one of the other kids outside, and Evan, I think, was sitting there with me. And I just had that thought, like, what advice would I give my grandchildren? Like, what would I want to leave them with in this moment of time? Where I am at today. I mean, maybe in 5 years I'll have some other advice, but today, what advice would I give? And so, it's, I guess.
Well, you say that, and I think to myself, after having this experience and just even how I'm feeling, I feel like it's not words that I want to give Harper. It's what I want to show her. And I think that's the advice, that how important your family is, or Shirley wasn't my blood family, but she was in my life for pretty much all of my life. And the advice I would give my grandchildren, or want to give them, would be to show them the importance of, this relation. I mean, I see it with my own kids already, but just by how they text my mom all the time, and my mom gets videos of Harper, and Harper is growing up knowing the importance of family and the efforts that it takes. I mean, Brooke doesn't have to send us videos every day. We don't have to FaceTime every morning at 8:00. And I think these are the values, and that when it's all said and done, your family are the people that are the most important. Shirley was my family, and she was just a chosen family. But it's even like that. It's like, I went to my mom's after everything, and we left my sister and I left the hospital, and I just went to my mom's and I just scooped her up and I said, "You're coming home with me. Get your slippers. I want to make sure I can watch you." And I think that's what the advice, not only would I give my grandchildren, would be, hold your close ones dear, because life is so, so precious. And it's so quick when people pass. It's like, I just think, I can't believe she's gone,
Yeah.
And I'm just grateful it was peaceful. I mean, her problem was she had a hard time breathing. So her breath was, and she didn't struggle. You know what I mean? The hospital really kept her comfortable. And so I feel really happy that we held hands, and I just didn't let her go. And I feel comforted that she knew I was there and wasn't going anywhere. So,
That's
yeah,
beautiful.
what advice, though, would you give your children?
Well,
or
heck,
your
I mean,
grandchildren.
I love that what you just said. I think that's really important. That family is really important, and to it takes nurturing those relationships. You know, it
Mhm.
doesn't just happen. It isn't just given just because you're related. It does take work. And so I guess one of the things that I was thinking about as I was sitting there and about yesterday, the thing that popped up for me is that everybody has value. Every single person, every single life has value and matters. And I just think about like how much there's such like an us versus them, you know, like people are self-consumed, they're just worried
Yeah.
about their own life, their own things, or you know, they judge other people or um and I really hope that my grandchildren and my children will know that every single person, you know, that homeless person sitting right there, that person that lives on the other side of the planet, the person who is making decisions for a country that you may be against, the person who works for that company, whether you're for or
Yeah.
against it. I mean, every single person has value. And when we can really look and push away the clouds and push away the
Uh-oh. We lost you. We lost your voice. Yes. Oh no. Okay, so she's going to say we're going to hold on. So I guess I'm just going to keep talking then and wipe some of these tears away. But I think the values for my grandchildren too that I would also say is when they watch you, you make an importance of having maybe that one day a week that you make it a special Sunday that you share a meal, or keeping those traditions in your family, because those traditions also bring such closeness. You look forward to that. And I know that, even silly things on birthdays, I write on the mirrors, happy birthday on the mirrors to my kids. And when they grew up, I went to my daughter's house and it was family member's birthday and she's doing it on her mirror. So these things do get, you know, it's an act of love. I still cannot hear you, my love. Yes, this is what happens. Life happens. She's saying, give me a minute. Okay. And you've got a smile on your face. But you know what? These things happen. And I'm still here. Not 100%, but I'm still here. And I don't know. What do I say now? What do I say now is that, what do you want to tell us? What can you tell us about ideas of what you do to keep your family close? Where's Kristen this morning? That's what I want to know. She would have a question. And nope, nope. And what about people that
How
don't have?
about now?
There you go.
This is so I had to just unplug my mic. Are you seeing this thing that says StreamYard at the bottom? Or is that just me?
It says StreamYard. Yes.
Oh, I don't know why it says that. Okay, well,
I'm
whatever.
just wondering where Kristen is this morning.
I don't know. She's probably well, I don't. What advice would she give her
That's
grandchildren?
what I'm saying. Kristen, help me out here.
Yeah. Hide. Let me see if I can hide this thing. Oh, wait. There. Okay. Okay, much better, much better. I don't know what was going on there. Okay, well, at least you can hear me a little bit, even though I probably sound a little bit different than I usually sound. So, okay, so that was it. Everyone has value. And what did you say while I was trying to come in and out? Something about.
I don't know what I even said. I just was
Oh, you're
rambling.
so funny.
I was just rambling, but I think people know that that's how this show goes.
I know, I know.
It's so real. And what you were saying was how people have all people have value.
Mm-hmm.
And so, did you want to continue that?
Yeah, I mean, I just think that was like my main point. My one thing of advice is like if you have any kind of negative feelings towards someone, like that's for you to work on. That's coming from you, and you can still love people who are totally different than you, who believe differently than you, who think differently than you, who have different values than you, even if they're totally against, or different than what you believe. Like I feel like when we can sort through all of that and still see that everyone has some good, some beautifulness, wholeness, and that life just kind of sometimes gets in the way and clouds up our own choices, and
But I
I don't
feel
know.
it all
I think at our
starts
core, everyone's good.
But it all starts too that if it's instilled in you as a child, okay, as a grandchild, and you feel the love from your family members. And I mean, it's like I said, my mom is kind of like put up on a pedestal with my kids
Mhm.
because they know how much value she is to me and it trickles down to them. And so, she's treated so special because she is.
Mhm. I
And
love
I
that.
think that that's a taught thing. I mean, my kids adore my mother because they see the importance that I have on my mom,
Mhm.
And so it does. And then that's the kind of moms they become. And then it trickles down. So that's why I say it's so much more of our actions and our love and our time and effort.
Mhm.
And I guess the other thing that I would to sum it up,
Yeah,
I would
yeah.
say, and it's something you have really taught me, Eva, is to figure out what their dreams are. And it doesn't
Mm.
matter if it's at SeaWorld working with Sea
Right,
Life or a doctor
right.
or whatever it is, to let those little humans flourish and be who they want to be and support that and encourage that,
Mhm.
not my dreams for them, their dreams. So I want to be a supportive grandmother to my granddaughter and support her dreams.
I
And
love that. That was my number 2, follow your joy. Like,
yes,
follow what brings you joy, at least
yes,
even if it's not your job. It doesn't have to be your job, like, hopefully it is, but if it's not, do you have things in your life that bring you joy, that are joyful for you? Whether it's a hobby, whether it's spending time with family, whether it's going on walks or being out by the pool or whatever it might be. Are you
yep,
intentionally bringing joy into your life and doing things that make you happy? I think Tan said this. She said, your happiness is your responsibility. No one else is responsible for making you happy, not your partner, not your siblings, not, your kids, not anyone else. It's your job to
yes.
make
But
sure that you
even
have
for
joy.
people
And
though, what is happy? You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. If you have a family that is full of a lot of love and
mm,
optimistic and positive, that's what you're going to put out into the world. That's what you're
right.
going to create. And by, you think about all your kids, they're all different, but they're all happy human beings. It's not something you can tell them, be happy. These are your choices. It's all on you. No, they are happy individuals and loving because they have the support of their mother and their father. And that is what makes,
But
you
even
know,
if they didn't, let's say there's someone out there that didn't have that love and support from their parents. Like, you can blame
oh,
them,
I
like, oh,
get
my
it.
mom this, my dad this, I was raised this way, it was hard, and all that stuff is true. It's not invalid, but at some point, you are in charge of your own self-care, your own love, your own
Yes,
joy, and
that's
I
so
think that,
true.
like, bringing in things that make you happy, sorting through the discomfort in your body, sorting through the things that give you anxiety, that make you angry, that make you feel these certain ways that don't feel good feeling, like, that's for you to sort out and to figure out, and it's like that's just part of life. It isn't
Yeah.
like, oh, you have to do it, you can sit with it for as long as you want. I mean, it's part of being human. And that was the other thing. That last thing I wrote down was expect challenges and know that you're strong enough to get through it. Like, life is just full of challenges. We signed
Yeah.
up for this life, and it wasn't like everything's going to be easy and you're going to have all these great circumstances and everything, you get to just do what you want to do. And I mean, no, yes, hopefully, right? But a lot of times along the way, we have things that challenge us, that push us, that make us sad. And I think that when we can even find the good in those things and realize those are there to help us grow and help us learn and help us to have deeper appreciation for the beauty and for the love that we do have, it's like all of it goes together. And so expect the challenges, but know you're strong enough to get through it. That was my last piece of advice that I would say, as of today, anyway.
Well, that's beautiful. So I just want to thank all of our viewers for putting up with us today with our
Yes, sorry
little
about the
glitch
technical
and
difficulties.
me being a little emotional. I just want to tell everyone I'm super grateful for all of them who listen to us, and they matter. And I love you. And
I
that's
love you
all.
so much, friend.
Uh,
I'm
just
sending you big hugs.
say, yes, thank you.
I love
And
you. I love
I love
you.
you.
And thanks, everyone. We'll be back tomorrow with another Set to Love episode. And remember to
Hit the bell.
hit the
Love
bell.
you.